Today we're going to look at the new champion K'Sante, or as Riot likes to say, the Giga Chad of Nazuma. K'Sante comes from the Oasis of Nazuma in Shurima. He's a proud hunter and has always dreamed of becoming the best monster hunter of his village. On his way to the top, he meets Taupe, an archer. They fit together seamlessly, both when hunting and in private. This camaraderie turns into more as they fall in love. But when K'Sante's stubborn attitude goes too far, the two end up fighting and parting ways. Still a better love story than Twilight. K'Sante is a pretty big guy, and he is the first black character part of the LGBTQIA+ community. Oh, and we finally catch a glimpse of a whole new society living in Shurima, Nazuma. Since Riot has added in a whole new city into Runeterra, we're expecting to find out more in the future, especially about K'Sante's ex Taupe. Riot, please make it happen. K'Sante is a melee tank who's able to also turn into a skirmisher thanks to his ultimate. He's also able to easily get to the opponent's backline thanks to his kit. He's got a mobile playstyle and his kit is refreshing for the top lane. Honestly, we can't wait to see what kind of meta this champion can bring to the table. Okay, enough blah blah, let's go over his abilities starting with his ultimate, All Out. Your ultimate is going to be the key ability to play around. When it hits an enemy champion, it'll knock back the enemy. If they hit a wall, they'll take more damage and get yeeted to the other side of it and stunned. But wait, that's not all. K'Sante also dashes to them and goes into the all-out mode. What do we mean by this? Well, he loses about half his health. His defensive stats like health, bonus armor, and magic resist all get turned into AD and Omnivamp. His regular abilities will also change when K'Sante is going all out. Now that we've checked out his ultimate, it's time to go over his other abilities. First off, his passive, Dauntless Instinct. His abilities mark enemies. Hitting marked enemies again consumes the mark, dealing extra damage. The all-out passive lets him deal additional true damage to marked enemies.
Nice.
His passive is easy to understand, so let's jump into his Q, Ntofo Strikes. K'Sante slams his weapon, dealing physical damage in a small area and slowing those hit. Hitting enemies gives K'Sante stacks, and at 2 stacks he fires a shockwave, which pulls his enemies closer. Think of it like Talia's W. This ability, aside from his auto attacks, will be the main damage ability. It has pretty low cooldown, so you'll be able to spam this ability. Easy. Now onto his ability's all-out version. The cooldown is even further reduced, but the ability won't slow enemies anymore. Let's move on to his W, Pathmaker. K'Sante charges this ability, taking reduced damage similar to Aurelia. Once you release the shield, K'Sante dashes forward, knocks the enemy back, and stuns them for a short period of time. If All Out is active, you'll have the cooldown reset, damage reduction increased, and the dash is a bit faster. Finally, let's check out his E, Footwork, something a hunter needs, for sure. With this ability, K'Sante dashes and gains a shield. If he dashes to an ally, they also get shielded, and his E gains a longer range. When in All Out mode, K'Sante's dash range and speed is increased, and he'll be able to dash over walls. Now, which matchups are good for K'Sante? Honestly, we think that playing against an immobile champion should be pretty easy for him. He's got a lot of crowd control in his kit, which can lock them down, and hitting his ultimate against them shouldn't be a problem either. Now just imagine sending an immobile Karthus into the waiting arms of your own jungler with K'Sante's ultimate. Isn't it beautiful? We do think that playing against mobile champions like Kalista or Belveth could be an issue though. Landing your stuns could be difficult if they constantly dance around you, eh? We can't forget K'Sante is still a tank at heart. And that was it. This is our rundown of the new League of Legends champion K'Sante. Don't worry, we're already working on an in-depth guide for our colleague from Nazuma. If you've already tested him on PBE, let us know what you think of him, OP or balanced. Until next time, bye!